all those who feel that cricket should be in the Olympics 2024, Srinath?
Definitely. I think it'll change the game.
Gaurav?
Do you really need to ask? 100%.
You set up the story.
Yes, 200%.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Boys,
sure. Why not?
Everybody?
Absolutely.
Everybody?
Certainly. Men's cricket, women's cricket,
We
everything
know you're
should
holding
be
that
there.
little thing for women's cricket. We'll keep a little graphic behind you. Women's cricket supporter.
Virat Kohli, Under-19 World Cup winner, Men's World Cup winner, Test Mace winner, and a possible Olympic gold medalist? Well, not if the BCCI have a say in the matter. The ICC, for a while now, have been trying to get cricket included as an Olympic sport because they believe it will help the game grow. The BCCI, on the other hand, don't want an Olympic committee interfering with their business.
So the question really is, does the Olympic movement or does cricket need to have a place within the Olympic movement? And if so, then whether the BCCI should stop being a stumbling block.
As a sports person, if you ask me, or anyone for that matter, do you want to go represent in the Olympics? I'd say yes. I mean, it's a huge thing, Olympics itself.
I'm so crazy about it, I'd go represent China. Okay, wrong country at this present time. Greece. I'll represent Greece.
Yeah, I think we're not hearing a lot on the record as you would expect.
The
Yeah,
problem
but
with the
think of an
BCCI
opportunity,
is
you can
we know for a fact that they are not going to be transparent, especially in this regard. They have never been really transparent about their objections, the BCCI.
We'll put Arun on the job to try and find the answers from the BCCI. But I think they've had reservations for many years. One of them has got to do with their autonomy as a body. Do they then become answerable to the Indian Olympic Association?
So now we'll have in India the COA, the CIC, the EOA, the IOA and the IOA on top of that.
The question to be answered is, philosophically, should there be a greater push towards cricket being at the Olympics? Do people like the idea?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but even football at times doesn't necessarily value the Olympics by sending the strongest of teams. You don't want token participation at the Olympics if cricket is to join.
I covered the Olympics last year, Ronak, and it's
So
one
you did
of
a great job.
It's one of my greatest, and seriously, this is one of my greatest sporting experiences, to just be at the Maracana and see Brazil win it. Neymar was the captain, and when that final penalty won, I am not kidding you, the stadium shook. So it means a lot to the players, to
Neymar
the
can
people
buy that
involved.
stadium now, sir.
That after what we've seen in the Women's World Cup, with the game getting so much interest and following.
Cricket or football?
The Women's World Cup for cricket. We've just seen such interest in the sport, and I think the women's game could do very well. I don't know if Anusha agrees with me, but the women's game could really do with having an event which is kind of a crescendo to the year. In 2010 and 14, cricket has been at the Asian Games. The women's team have been sitting at home while Pakistan have gone ahead and won a
the
gold medal.
championship.
And in that time, all these great Indian female athletes have come up because of successes at multidiscipline games. We've denied the cricketers the opportunities.
Women's cricket has been included in the 2022 Commonwealth Games, so might as well, give that further push to
Every year you have a situation in which the women's game has one standout event. You have a World T20 every 2 years, you have a World Cup every 4 years, you have an Olympic Games every 4 years. That's every year you've got something
One
to look
marquee
at.
event,
One
marquee
marquee event.
So I can understand why the Indian men's top team, top 11
Yeah,
doesn't
when
play.
you have
should
an
look at the
opportunity to win
context
an
of
Olympic
gold
medal
medal.
and beat China and USA.
Of course the men's game should participate. Winning an Olympic gold medal is the biggest thing that you can achieve as a sports person.
No, cricket's context is that it's probably among the most close sports across the world. It benefits from the
Close
money.
as in less.
In the sense it's not inclusive, let's put it that way. It benefits
Like
from
the
the
Parsi
money.
community. Goal.
No, I don't speak about it that way. And the next big markets that cricket can go to is China and the US.
Cricket's problem with the Olympics was the duration of the game. It was a 50-over game.
So now we have
and
a
it
20.
lasts-
Now we
now
have a
there is
T20 format.
there is a clearly defined vehicle available for you to send teams to the Olympics, for sportsmen to experience this moment. Cricketers do not experience what an Olympics village is like.
Karate, skateboarding, surfing are set to make their Olympic debut in Tokyo 2020. After a lot of back and forth, rugby also made a comeback to the Olympics in Rio 2016. Cricket's distant cousin baseball will also be seen in Tokyo 2020, with all other sports making their way to the Olympics. Paris 2024 seems like the perfect stage to unveil cricket to the rest of the world.
Will we go beyond the top 10 teams? Will we go to the affiliate teams also because it's the Olympics?
If the sport goes to the Olympics, you want the best players to go play there. And right now, the priority from the ICC and the boards is not that if an Olympics comes, they'll actually prioritize that over their existing
No,
arrangements.
I don't think so.
Commitments.
I don't think
guys-
so. You know, if you give an opportunity to a player saying you want to play a bilateral series or an Olympics,
But that opportunity won't be there, Deep. I don't think
Once in 4 years for two weeks.
All those who feel that cricket should be in the Olympics 2024, Srinath.
Definitely. I think it'll change the game.
Don't half an hour. Gaurav,
You really need to ask. 100%.
we set up the story.
Yes, 200%.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Boys,
sure. Why not?
Everybody.
Absolutely.
Everybody.
Certainly, men's cricket, women's cricket,
We
everything
know you're
should be
holding
there.
that little thing for women's cricket. We'll keep a little graphic behind you. Women's cricket supporter. We have enough.